I don't have the volume up that loud. Obviously, I've tested this a little bit. Works great. It's the full game. All right, I'll back out because you're not watching this to watch me play that. Let's see. This is kind of cool. Okay, I want to show you something. First of all, let me say that not all N64 games work really smoothly. Why is that? Because the computer, in layman's terms, the computer inside the N64 is more powerful than the the Raspberry Pi 3. So most of these games work fine, but some of the big files, unfortunately GoldenEye is one that's going to be choppy, no matter which version you have. That's a lot of people's favorites, but it's going to be choppy. The frame rate's going to be lower, frames per second. Let's see. What I want to do is show you Mario Kart, because that's another one of my favorites, and perhaps you like that one as well. Probably 90% of the N64 games work just fine. I'm still using the SNES style controller, and it's going to automatically configure the game to the controller I have in there. Now, I don't have a thumbstick, I don't have a Z controller on the bottom, but I can easily figure out which buttons correspond with which actions. One-player game. This probably isn't 100% as smooth as the old N64 console, but it's pretty close. Now, you can get any USB N64 controller and plug that in and have the real experience. I've got one, but I'm just gonna use this one because why not? I'm not looking where I'm going because I'm looking at the phone, making sure that I'm showing you the controller and that you can also see the screen. I want to at least get an item to show you how that works. I think on the old system you would drive with the thumbstick in the middle and push the Z button underneath to use an item. I think that's going to be A here. Yep, I pressed A. I'm a ghost, which is one of the weakest power-ups, I think, especially if you're just playing a one-player game. Okay, the red shell, I can, just like on the old system, I can hold it in. I'll slow down a little bit, let him pass me, boom, dead. You can drift, you know. All right, remember, start and select, backs you out. Okay, now obviously if I have a N64 controller plugged in, I can't hit start and select. So I've either got to configure a select button on the controller, which I can do, or old school way, start, hit start, quit, stuff like that. Anyway, back at the main menu. So most N64 games work fine. Unfortunately, GoldenEye doesn't work that great. I'm not even going to show you. Just if GoldenEye is a must for you, don't buy it. You'll be disappointed. What else can I show? Let's look at a Sega game. I'm going to back out to the main menu because this is a little bit quicker. Actually, it was right next to me. Toy Story was one of my favorites 20 years ago. Remember, I have an SNES controller plugged in, but I could plug in a USB Sega controller and get the real experience, but this is fine. I can play almost every game. I think I could play every game with this controller if I needed to. However, for as much as they are, like $8 or something, you might want to get yourself a legit USB controller. Press start. Start. All right, I'll back out. You know it works. Okay, so all in all, there's, I believe, a little bit over 13,000 games. I think there's 19 different systems. NES, it says right on there, 791 games available. I think that's all of them. Super Nintendo, That's one that I play frequently. 806. I think that's all of them. If I'm missing anything on a system that you want to play, and you have that or you have access to the ROM, it's very easy to add that in, and I can send you some instructions on how to do that. What else is worth noting here? I mean, this is game. Yeah, this is HDMI 1080p. Do Game Boy games actually work? Yes, I'll show you one. Actually, I'm going to go to my last played because it's already in here. One of my favorite Game Boy games ever, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. It even has the like yellowish greenish screen that you're used to seeing on a Game Boy. It's pretty sweet. And you don't lose much resolution either. Certainly brings back some memories for me. Oops, all right. Just wanted to show you that works. Anything else that you might want to see? No more wasting quarters at the arcade game. This is one of my favorite. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to share with you. Even the codes and stuff that we're used to putting in work. So there's a code for this game where instead of starting with 2 lives, you can start with 9 lives. I'm going to see if I can remember that code and show you that it works. Actually, I'm going to show you what it's like when you don't use the code. Okay, Leo, he's got the swords. Those are obviously the best weapon. This is, I can't tell you how many hundreds of hours I've played this game. Okay, so you see at the top, life, rest, 2. Let me back out. Let me load it up again. Let me see if I can put in the, if I remember the code to get, now it's not the Konami code, up, up, down, down, left, right, it's something similar. I think it's up, down, down, left, left, right, B, A, start. I did that wrong. I do want to show you that it works. You'll probably take my word for it, but I want to show you. Up, right, down, 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 left, B, A, start. There it is. Leo, 0 points, life, rest, 9. The codes work. So you can do Contra and start with 30 lives, the Konami code, stuff like that. They all work because this is the actual computerized version of the game. It's the exact same thing that you're used to playing, just on a micro SD card right there, as opposed to those sounds you're hearing on my computer, as opposed to a cartridge in a large system. Over 13,000 games. It's a great time. Don't need to ever buy another retro gaming console again. I can also offer a warranty on this for a full replacement if something does not work in your first 3 years of owning it. Just like a computer, I'd recommend anytime you want to quit out of this or shut it down, go to quit. You've got some different options here to restart. That's basically to restart the software. It's kind of like in a computer, kind of like logging out and logging back in type of a thing. You can restart the entire system or shut down the system. Definitely want to shut down the system every time. It's like you wouldn't want to unplug your computer from the wall every time you want to turn it off, right? Want to shut it down, and then because it's all plugged in and there's no power button to turn this on, you would just unplug it from the wall or unplug it from the system and plug it back in. You got it working again. That's how it works. Check out, leave some comments if you have any questions. Don't leave a question. Do you have this game? Chances are I do. If you saw the system on there, and if I for some reason don't, and you can get it, it's very easy to upload a game. There's hundreds of YouTube videos out there about how to do that. All right. Well, thanks for looking. Thanks for watching, and I hope Hope you get one and enjoy one as much as I've enjoyed mine.